Hallo bei SuperGamesTV. Im letzten Jahr hat Divinity Dragon Commander veröffentlicht. Dann hat er und sein Team an einem neuen Werk gearbeitet, zeitgleich sogar. Es wird in diesem Jahr noch erscheinen. Wann werden wir gleich aus ihm rauskitzeln? Hoffentlich. Farhang ist bei uns. Thank you very much for your time. You got your new game with you. Can you just explain where are we? What is our job?
So this is Divinity Original Sin. Yep. It's actually a non-linear, party-based isometric RPG. It features turn-based combat together with real-time gameplay, and it's also a cooperative multiplayer game. So you can play it with your friends if you want to.
It's a turn-based and
real-time
combination in real time.
It is.
Why?
Yes. I'll show you in a second. Basically, it pretty much means that while one of your party members actually is in combat, the other one can be questing in a city, buying potions, sending you stuff while you're in combat. So the whole idea is that we provide a very reactive and a very free, limitless world for the players to play in. And as you'll see through the presentation, we'll be using that extensively. And the point where we start actually in the game now is in the second region. It's about 15 to 20 hours into the game. And we're going to start off with
the second region is 15 hours? We played 15 hours?
Yes, about 15 to 20 hours to get here. Also, it does depend of the kind of player, but we've had players around that actually spend about 30 hours in the first region of the game.
How many regions are there?
There's about, I would say there's about
100.
No. So there's a bunch of main regions, but every region has its own dungeons and subparts and stuff. I would say there's about 5 regions in the game. So there's 5 big regions in the game, and every one of them has their own dungeons and side quests and also alternate universes and stuff like that.
Okay. Where are we? Can you just describe the world? Can you just where are we?
This is, as I said, the second region. So the first region is like this huge area at the sea. There's this city called Sicil, and the players are 2 characters. They are source hunters. Now, what are source hunters? These are kind of detectives that go after people that use source magic. Now, source magic is this crazy magic that comes from the ancient times, and it was outlawed because it caused so much trouble. So they have this organization of source hunters that go track down people that use source magic. Now, what has happened in this village is that a person got murdered, and it seemed like source magic was used. So they call on to these 2 players to come and investigate what's going on. And now we've passed the whole village, we've discussed everything with everyone, and actually the trail is leading us into this forest called Lucula Forest, where there's some interesting things going on that we are going to discover in a second here. Okay. So the character we are looking at right now, this is Roderick. He's one of the main characters of the game. As I said, the game is also party-based, so on the left we can see that I have 4 party members with me. The 2 top ones are my main characters. So Scarlet is one of them. She's at a different location here, standing at a troll. We'll get to that in a second. Then we have my companions. These are these 2 characters here. This is Madora. She used to be a source hunter, so she's an ex-source hunter, but she was exiled for some kind of reason that we don't know yet. So you'll discover this throughout the game. And then we have Jehan, who is a demon hunter, which we hooked up with. And basically he shares the same goals that we have, so he said like, hey, you're going in the same direction, I'll join you for as long as I can. So we're going to go back to my character Roderick here. He's standing here near a chest. Now this chest has probably some good stuff in there. However, it's been pretty much rigged here. So there's a steam cloud here on the left. There's a hidden pressure plate here that you can step on. So this is clearly an area that has been trapped. Now, why am I telling you this? If I open my stat window, I can show you the extensive stats we have in the game. One of the stats is perception. If I choose to put points in perception, it actually shows me hidden objects so I can detect them more easily. So right now my perception is 6, and if I would walk slightly closer, you would see that suddenly a little landmine appears here and it says, careful, I spotted something. Now, if I put points in my perception and make it slightly higher, let's boost it up till 9, you can see that these other mines appear as well, that have been sneakily hidden actually underneath the tree and next to this oil barrel. Now the thing is, if I trigger these, it'll set off a chain reaction and the whole place will go down. But I can try to dismantle them bit by bit. I can, for instance, move this barrel and place it on this little gas pit. So this takes away the steam cloud we have here. If I would walk into a steam cloud, I would actually take damage, and it also blocks view. So that's the first step. Now the thing is, I could move these other things around, but there's probably stuff hidden underneath him. I could just go from a distance, and I have a bow. I can actually shoot at this mine, see what happens. I shoot the mine, the entire thing goes off, the chest is destroyed, all of its contents are gone.
Okay.
In that sense, it could be unforgiving sometimes, so saving is quite essential. Now, if I would do this again, so underneath this place, there's also a poison pit that's emitting poison right now. So typically speaking, you would try stuff out, move things around, and the entire game is also like filled with little fun traps and stuff like this.
Can you just open the menu?
Yes, sir.
How many points can we give perception? What is the highest level?
At this
100
moment, no, at this moment 15 is the maximum level. And the whole idea of the game is, you know, the game is classless. So we used to make, we're actually used to make games at Larian that don't force you into a class system. But because you actually have an entire party here, players usually invest their points more specific. Like for instance, this is Roderick, and he's really my sneaking guy because he's also the fastest. He's like an archer. So when I go in sneak mode, as you can see, I'm tiptoeing around inside a bush. The gray areas are the places where I don't get spotted. And the places where you see color are actually the viewing cones of the enemies. So I actually sneaked here from the north, and I'm going to continue this way. But the whole idea with the stat system was that people value their stat points. Because you know, like in current games, usually it's like, wow, level up after 20 minutes, you have about 10 points to spend, do whatever, and you just spend them in there without really feeling what's going on. And what we wanted to achieve is you actually get one stat point every 2 level ups. And you have to really invest it in something. But the moment you invest it, you clearly see the effect of it in game, making you value these moments a lot more. And also this is a very common thing, like if you would look at games like Fallout 2 or the old Wastelands and stuff like that. These were games that had very limited resources, but they actually made you appreciate them a lot more because of that. So we really wanted to actually go back towards that trend instead of killing the player with tons of level ups and things like that.
What about searching for items, searching for something?
Absolutely, there's plenty of hidden stuff, like the traps you saw a second ago. So I just walked in here, just on the side, this is a waypoint shrine, this is our fast travel system. So if you discover these waypoint shrines, you can actually click on them, they'll open up a list, and in the list you can actually select where you want to go to. This is quite handy, but yeah, the game is actually full of you know, hidden objects, things you can do. It's also full of you know, small little cute things, winks to other games, you know. Plenty of the stuff that used to be more, you know, in games and people don't tend to do anymore.
Where are the others? Do we have to play them as well now, or?
No, we don't need to.
Okay.
So Scarlet is at this, they're all at their different locations. I'm here at a cave here. There's a small mushroom circle in front of the cave, so there's something going on here. If I enter the cave, it seems to be a kind of slightly abandoned cave. And when I arrive here, I see a troll statue. That's the king troll, but he's actually frozen, and everything else around here is also quite dead. Now, there is something up with this cave, right? We know this. I mean, it's a troll cave, and it's not active, so there's got to be something up with it. If I switch to Scarlet, who happens to be conveniently near a troll, we can go interrogate the troll and see what's going on. Now we get to the troll, and the troll is telling me, troll toll, troll toll. So the only thing this troll really does here is actually, he stands at the bridge and he collects toll for it. However, we can tell him, you know, you do realize the bridge behind you is quite broken. And he says like, yeah, broken? What are you talking about? The bridge is perfectly fine, it's sturdy, you need to pay toll. So this guy has a bit of an attitude. So what we're going to do is we're going to say like, you know, about that toll, you know what? I'll pay your toll just to get him off my back, because a troll is a pretty you know, tough enemy, and he moves away. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stand behind him, and I'm going to shoot a fireball in his back.
No.
Attacking enemies in their back actually creates certain opportunities, like backstabs or attack of opportunities and things like that. So now that I shot him, we actually initiated in combat. I'm going to summon a fire elemental with me to actually help me out here. Concerning the combat, so as I said, it's turn-based combat. So as you can see, we're in the whole combat now. We have to wait our turns. At the top, you can see the turn orders. And we have different statistics that actually determine who gets to go first. Like you have a statistic called initiative. If the initiative is really high, then you're guaranteed to always start first in the turn order. And everything we do costs action points. So you see these little balls at the bottom of the screen. I'm controlling my fire elemental now, and whenever I move further, it costs more action points. And if I want to use a skill, that also costs action points, also as well as attacking. So just going to attack this guy. But what we really need is some backup, right? So I'm going to go over to Roderick, who's not in combat, who's moving around in real time. And I'm going to open his inventory to show you something very interesting. So inside his inventory, we have a pair of pyramids. These are called teleport pyramids. The fans might know this from the original Divinities. Basically what these pyramids do, they're connected to each other. So if I drop one down there, and I walk away from it, and I actually use this pyramid, I'll zap there immediately.
Okay.
Now the fun thing of this is that if I pick up this pyramid, I have a special kind of ability that's called Magic Pockets. I can send whatever I have immediately to my teammate. So I'm going to send this pyramid to Scarlet. I'm going to right click this, and bam, I'm inside the combat. I'm backing them up.
Okay, but now it's away.
No,
From
it's a permanent object.
okay,
it's not in my inventory. Scarlet has it, so I effectively gave her the teleport pyramid. And we're here in the middle of a combat. I'm going to continue attacking this guy with my fire elemental. But the troll is really close and he does a lot of damage, so we got to try to actually get him away from us. I'm going to end the turn because I only have 2 action points and I can't do that, do anything with 2 action points. But whenever you end the turn, you actually save your action points for the next turn. And there are some skills that require like 16 action points that you really have to spend time building up to do the most destructive skills ever. So it's quite important that people think ahead and think tactically about their abilities as well. So now it's Scarlet's turn, and Scarlet is actually my fire and earth element mage, so we actually play around with the elements in this game. And what Scarlet has is a very neat little skill, which is called teleportation, which I can use on the troll and actually move him as far away from myself as I can. Bang, there he drops on the ground, it does damage. We have slightly more distance between us.
But he came back.
He's running back, but at least he can't attack me immediately.
Okay.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move slightly to the side with Roderick and fire a barrage of arrows on him. Perfect, which takes him out. Again, Roderick is of course my stealth sneaky guy, he's also my archer, but there is an exclamation mark on top of his head. So if you switch to Scarlet and we actually talk to him, something is going on. This is what we call a dual dialogue. Now, these dual dialogue, that's one of the key features of the game. It basically allows players to role play between their own characters. So for in this situation, I actually gave her the teleport pyramid. So she's telling me, that's quite a valuable gift you gave me. And I can say, like, that's right, don't shatter it, okay? Otherwise I have to take it back. Or I can say, only the best for my favorite partner.
Yes.
So we're gonna do that. And then of course, when you're playing in multiplayer, the other guy on the other side of the internet or when he's sitting next to you, he can actually reply to this. And the choices you make in these dialogues actually increase your bond and also develops the way your character continues through the game and also influences the ending of the game. Now you're gonna probably, the first thing you're gonna think of is like, but what if I'm alone? I don't want to talk to my own party members. You can turn it off. It's a sad thing, but you can turn it off, or you can actually roleplay with yourself, what we're doing right now, or you can select an AI for your counterpart. You can like choose that it's a very righteous, good character, or a very righteous, evil character, and then the AI that you choose actually influences how she or he responds back to you.
And influence it the whole story, the dialogue?
It does influence. So these relations between these characters at the end will come back. So it's actually the ending that it will influence. And of course, depending on what you do, the stats alter. And these alterations in stats do influence how you can sometimes solve situations.
Farhang, for the moment,
Yes.
thank you very much.
No problem.
Und wir sehen uns gleich im nächsten Video wieder. Und dann, we go through the troll as well?
No, we're going to continue right here.
Okay, also wir werden hier gleich weitermachen.